I'd say it was a 10. I'd say it was probably the most difficult when you talk about relief, when you talk about search, when you talk about all of the different levels, and even when you talk about lives saved. You look at the number. I mean, this was, I think it was worse than Katrina. It was, in many ways, worse than anything people have ever seen. They got hit by a Category 4, grazed, but grazed about, a big portion of the island, but it was grazed. The rest of it hit Florida, as you know. But that was bad. But then they got hit dead center. If you look at those maps by a Category 5, nobody's ever heard of a 5 hitting land. Usually by that time, it's dissipated. It hit right through and kept to a 5. It hit right through the middle of the island, right through the middle of Puerto Rico. There's never been anything like that. I give ourselves a 10. I think that locally I really think locally they have, in this gentleman, great leadership. I have to tell you, it's a tough job. But we have provided so much, so fast. We were actually there before the storm hit. We were there before the first one, before the Category 4 hit. Brock and the military and a lot of people were there before the storm. We had the Coast Guard waiting for the storm, just outside the storm, and following the storm in. Many lives saved. The Coast Guard in Texas saved 16,000 lives. The Coast Guard is incredible, the job they've done. But all of the armed forces, what they've done has been Army, Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, all of the goods dropped in, helicopters that weren't even meant for this purpose. All of a sudden, they're delivering food and services. I would give it 10. I would say locally, and I understand locally, a person loses his or her or their house, and then they can't go to work. If you lose your house, it's hard to go and be a policeman for the day. You're trying to have your family, live, frankly. This is what happened. So many people. You read that they had no truck drivers in Puerto Rico. Well, they have a lot of truck drivers in Puerto Rico, but many of them lost their houses. So they had to be with their families. So we would have the military driving trucks. They're not supposed to be driving trucks. It's not even their aptitude. Some of them didn't really know how to drive trucks, but they learned very quickly. They're smart. But we had the military, in many cases, driving trucks because it's not the people's fault. They lost their house. They were devastated. And I think we did a fantastic job, and we're being given credit. It was very nice that the gentleman who worked for Bill Clinton when he was president gave us an A+, and that included Puerto Rico, gave us an A+. And I thought that was really very nice. And I really believe he's correct. We have done a really great job.